Mike and I booked an extremely early train for 6 a.m. out of Jaipur, so we are here at the ungodly hour of 5:13. Perfect, it's right there. This is most definitely not our stop, but it's less of an ungodly hour and we can now buy normal, proper food. And it's always something you gotta watch out, getting off the train to buy food at one of the stops, because you never know when they're gonna leave. They just honk their horn and the train just leaves, so gotta be fast. But thankfully, right outside of our door is a food stand. Great success, back on the train. Good morning, my dudes. So today's video is going to be all about travel and how we plan for these long, like 4-month trips and how we sort all that out when we're gone for such a long time. I've decided to talk about this today because something happened. We came to Jaipur yesterday, as you guys know, and we took it easy because we thought we had a couple days here until we started talking to people at the hostel. People at the hostel kindly informed us that Agra, which is where the Taj Mahal is, which is like the best thing in India, dog. Please. Anyways, Agra, where the Taj Mahal is, apparently the Taj Mahal is closed on a Friday. Mike and I were planning to be there on a Friday, see the Taj Mahal and continue on, but we can't do that anymore. So that spiked the whole thing about how we plan for these trips and how not everything works out all the time, and usually there's some hiccups, but we'll get on to that. Pro tip, if you have a student ID, bring it with you on your travels because you can often find student deals. Thank you very much. So we are here at the first fort today. It's called Jantar Mantar, I believe, and that's what Jaipur is known for. It's very much a fort and temple city. It has beautiful colors. There's also a part called the Pink City, which we'll check out. Yeah, we'll just explore. So I think Jantar Mantar is a museum. It's an astrological collection of different instruments and like clocks that they used to use back in the days. I'm not too familiar with the stuff, so we're gonna have to look around. So it turns out the Astrological Instrument Museum is just a fancy way of saying a bunch of sundials. There are a plethora of sundials in Jantar Mantar. And they're not just normal sundials, they are freaking huge sundials. And this just continues all the way along there and all the way on that side too. A sundial museum with no sun is not really a sundial. It's more of a dial museum. So Mike, how did we plan for this trip to India?
You said, hey Mike, wanna go to India? I said, sure.
And that's about it. So in short, we really did little to no planning for this trip. And I honestly think that that's the best way. Even though, like I said, things don't always work out, there are definitely hiccups. For example, the fact that the Taj Mahal was closed on a Friday. Why? Yeah, there are hiccups sometimes, but the freedom and the ability to move wherever you want, whenever you want, is really freeing, right? It's the way to do it, right?
Well, yeah, having an open schedule means that you can alter it if you need to.
Yeah.
And it's great.
It is great, it is great. It gives you a lot of flexibility for the people you meet, the things you hear. It really lets you move around. That man does not need the sun. He needs no sun. Get it? Because it's a clack shot. To the top of, I forgot the name already. We're at the top of Aisarlat, got a pretty cool view of Jaipur. That's honestly, when I think of India, this is the type of city I think, like kind of rustic rundown buildings of bright colors, pinks and oranges. This is like the Indian city that comes to mind. Jaipur, which is the capital of Rajasthan, also has a portion of it called the Pink City, and so it's pretty famous for it, but it's right over there. It's just where all those buildings, I wouldn't really call them pink, I'd call them more so orange, but that's it. The super colorful buildings. Next up on our list of things to do in Jaipur, we are at the Amber Fort, which is one of the, or actually probably the most popular thing to do here in Jaipur. The Amber Fort is this massive, massive construction that is on top of this mountain, and it literally spans for so long. I don't even think that we could possibly explore the entire thing because it is just that big, but it's super, super intricate and super beautiful. It's a very, very prominent spot to come here in Jaipur.
Turn around to see you, the color of the city lights.
So on the topic of why we left an open itinerary and how we've been booking our travels is,
I mean, you have to figure out what you're going to say before you walk into the shot.
let's do it again. So back on the topic of why we leave our travels open and why we have an open-ended itinerary, it has proved to be helpful just on this trip in particular, because originally, if you guys remember, we were going to go to Nepal. We were actually only doing southern India, then Sri Lanka, Philippines, and then back to Nepal and back through northern India. But because of our open-ended itinerary, we were able to change that. We talked to some people at the beginning of our trip at a hostel, and they told us that Nepal in February is a terrible idea, and why on earth would we think of that? And because of that, we decided to scratch it from our itinerary and put it to a new trip. If Mike and I had gone to Nepal in February, we would be standing on a mountain freezing our butts off, and it would probably be less than fun. That's exactly the point of this. If we had scheduled our itinerary before we came and we'd booked everything, flights and hotels or hostels, whatever, it would have been extremely, extremely difficult, and we would have lost quite a bit of money trying to change the whole itinerary, or Mike and I would have been on a mountain freezing our butts off. So, I mean, both situations are not the best. So, I mean, we can deal with the Taj Mahal being closed on a Friday, which I still find extremely weird. But, I mean, we can deal with it. It is time to leave the Amber Fort. And that was the extent of our stay in Jaipur. It was extremely fast, but I mean, that's what happens when the Taj Mahal is closed on a Friday. Anyways, guys, I think the moral of today's video is keep an open-ended itinerary. It's amazing. It allows you to do so much, but planning is never a bad idea. You should always plan and look ahead, because if Mike and I had known that the Taj Mahal was closed on Fridays, none of this would happen. It's okay though. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you so much, and I'll see you all in another one.